Hello everyone, bringing you a video today looking at a small ancillary element of British NBC kit, and these are rank stickers intended for use with the British NBC suit. They were made for the majority of ranks in the British Army and got a set of these up to Lieutenant Colonel, as we'll see in the video. They were also produced for the Royal Navy and the Royal Air Force as well, and we'll talk about that a little bit more in the course of the video as well. Without further ado, we'll get into the main part of the video now and have a look at these rank stickers. So here they are. We have a set of these from Lance Corporal through to Lieutenant Colonel, which I realise is reflecting the light a little bit there, but you can see there the crown over the pip or the star there. So we have Lance Corporal, Corporal, Sergeant, Staff Sergeant, the two Warrant Officer Class 2 badges with wreath and without, Warrant Officer Class 1, Second Lieutenant, Lieutenant, Captain, Major, and then Lieutenant Colonel. There are badges for more senior ranks as well. We have here an example of a Major General, which came in with the set. I wasn't expecting this when these arrived, but it was included. So there are stickers for more senior ranks. This basic set seems to be the most common ones to turn up, and then the senior ranks are less common. So I'll try and fill in the gaps at some point and make a complete set of these, presuming they were made for all senior ranks. But that's just an example, an outlier there, showing that they were, at least to some degree, made for more senior ranks above Lieutenant Colonel as well. They were also made for the Royal Navy, or versions of these were also made for the Royal Navy and the Royal Air Force. The Royal Navy, I've seen an example of one for a leading rate, which is obviously a fouled anchor, just centred in the green circle there. And then I've seen Royal Air Force officers examples, which have bars across to represent the rank lace on Royal Air Force uniforms, epaulets and so forth. And obviously a few of these will be interchangeable with the Royal Air Force, and a few of these would be interchangeable with the Royal Navy as well. And obviously Royal Marines essentially could use these too. The rank structure is basically the same. So you have a set of these badges here to show rank. My understanding of these is that they were introduced around 1990-91, which would make sense because the Gulf War was ongoing at the time, and there was a not unjustified fear of chemical attack against coalition forces. So being able to show rank, being able to display your rank on the NBC suit would be advantageous, and it makes sense for these to have been introduced around that time. Now, I'm not sure if these were actually issued out or whether they were just a good idea that were produced and then they didn't actually reach theatre in time, or whether they were used after that point. Again, I'm not entirely sure. I'd be interested to know from anyone who did see these during their service, you know, whether you were issued them or not, or whether you saw them in stores, or whether they're still issued today. I don't actually know if they're still current issue. Just bring one of these up here to have a closer look at. It's like a vinyl material. It's a vinyl plastic with a paper backing, a wax paper backing, so you literally just peel the backing off and stick this on. Again, where these are to be stuck onto the NBC suit, I'm not entirely sure. Possibly front and back, possibly on the arms. Not clear on that. There are patches on the NBC suit where you can attach detector paper, so I imagine you'd be avoiding those with these. You wouldn't be sticking the stickers over those, obviously. I'm sure there will have been a regulation as to where these were to be attached. The Army would not have left that to chance, I'm sure. So again, if anyone can answer that question, I'd be very interested to know. So I'm hoping to get more of these to fill out this set for British Army use, and potentially try and find some of the Royal Navy issue examples and Royal Air Force issue examples as well. Again, some of those will be the same as we have here, particularly for Royal Air Force. Obviously a lot of the rank insignia is shared. As I say, that's something going forward, is when I pick up some more of these, I might make a future video showing you some of the other examples. I think they're an interesting little element of NBC kit, and as it was cheap enough to pick up a set of these up to Lieutenant Colonel, I picked them up relatively recently and thought it would be worth having a quick look at these, and hopefully I'd be very interested if anyone watching this can fill in some of the gaps on, you know, where these were supposed to be worn on the NBC suit, where they were supposed to be attached, and if you indeed actually did see them during your service, whether they were issued out or not. I'd be interested to know. So there we are, just a quick run through these rank stickers intended for use with the British Army's NBC suit. So there we are. I do hope you found it interesting looking at these. As I say, I'd be very grateful to anybody who can fill in the blanks in my knowledge regarding whether these were actually issued out. So if you were issued them, please do let me know in the comments down below. And also where they were supposed to be worn on the NBC suit, where they were supposed to be attached. I'd be interested to know that particular detail. Anyone who can provide that information, I'd be very interested to read in the comments down below. If you have found it interesting watching this video and you'd like to see more from the channel, please do consider subscribing if you haven't already. And whether you're newly subscribing or you've previously subscribed, please do make sure you hit the little bell, the notification button down below. That will of course alert you when I upload future videos. If you really like my uploads and you would like to support the channel, you can. Both Patreon and PayPal are linked down below, And as I always say, a massive thank you to everybody who supports the channel using those two methods. It's really greatly appreciated. Thank you all very much indeed. If you'd like to follow the channel on social media, you can. Facebook, Instagram and Twitter are all linked down below. And if you'd like to get in touch but you don't really use social media, there is of course an email address down there as well. That's everything for this video, so until next time, bye for now.